This one's going to be a little bit longer because I'm going to teach you how to test awareness, okay? Willingness to sign is one thing. This is all about awareness. It is not awareness of the whole world. Please do not ask. Do not ask people if they know who the president is, because our elderly don't always know. And it doesn't matter because they don't need to be aware of the whole world. They need to be aware of what they are signing. So don't ask what the day of the week is. Don't ask what month of the year it is. And don't ask the date. I look up the date every single time I do a notarization. If I don't know it and I'm active in the world, how is that elderly person who's been sleeping in a bed for 10 days going to know what the date is? Stop putting these people in the position of needing to know everything in the world. Here's what you need to know. This is what you're going to do. This is what I do. You do whatever you want, but this is what I do, and it works for me. Hi, Lois. I'm Leslie. I'm your notary. Lois says hello. I say, hey, Lois, do you know why I'm here today? And she says no. And I say, well, your daughter asked me to come. She needs you to sign some papers. Have you talked to her about that? And Lois says yes. And I say, great. Lois, when you sign, my job is to make sure it's you who's signing. So that's what a notary does. Did you bring your ID? Is it here with us? And Lois says, yeah, honey, it's right here. That's the conversation we have. It can go very differently. It can go like this. Hi, Lois. I'm Leslie. I'm your notary. Were you aware that I'm coming today? Lois says, no. Okay, no problem. Lois, I am here because your daughter, who's also here, asked for me to meet her here so that she can have you sign some papers. Did you know she needs you to sign some papers? No, Lois doesn't know. Okay, cool. Then Lois, I'm going to have your daughter explain it to you. Do you know who this woman is who's here with us today? Lois looks, she sees, yep, that's my daughter. Oh, what's her name? Lois says, my daughter's name is Marie. Oh, Marie, that's such a beautiful name. Is she named after someone in the family? Yes, she's named after my mother. That's such a beautiful name to be passed down through generations. I love that. Marie, would you mind explaining to your mom what it is she's signing today? And then I step back. And I wait and I watch the interaction, because if her mom's saying, no, I don't want to do that, we're not doing that. But if her mom's saying, yeah, honey, I'm glad you're here, then we're doing that, okay? That's what a good interaction looks like, even though she's not aware at the beginning. Now, we also have the people who are demented, and they look something like this. And actually, we have a video kind of a little bit back on this one where I played this little old lady in a chair and Patrick was standing here telling me what to do. But I'm going to tell you the gist of it. That was an actual scenario that I went to. I had a witness with me. The son was there. The mom was there. The son said, we might be too far. So he already knew that mom had a diagnosis of dementia, but that she wasn't over the top. So we go to mom and she says, what are you doing here? And I said, well, I'm a notary and this is Denise. She is my witness. And your son said he needed you to sign some papers. And she was combative, very combative. And he said, Mom, I can't pay for you to stay here if I can't get to your money, and you can't sign these papers if you can't go to the bank. And she said, you're not touching my money. And I said, do you know this man? And she said, why do you think I don't know my son? And I said, I'm not saying you don't know your son. I'm asking if you know him. And she goes, why do you think I don't know him? So my red flags were going up then. So this was the type of conversation we had. And I turned to her son and I said, I'm sorry, if I cannot have a normal conversation with her, we can't do this today. And he said he understands. He said he'll get a conservator. He had talked to her already to say, yep, we need to go through the courts for him to get conservatorship over him. So that's what happens. That is how we assess awareness. I hope that helped. If you have any other questions, drop them in the comments. I'm happy to help.